أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. Those who spend in ease and in hardship, who restrain anger, who pardon people, and Allah loves those who excel in goodness. Sadaqallahul Azim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yesterday we reflected on the call to race towards Allah's forgiveness and the vastness of Jannah. But today this ayah gently shows us who those people are, those who give in ease and in hardship, those who hold back their anger when it rises within them, who choose to forgive even when they have every right not to, and in doing so rise to a level of excellence that Allah Himself says He loves. After calling us to race towards forgiveness and Jannah, this ayah answers a question we don't always ask out loud but feel quietly within. Who are the people actually running in the direction, and what do they look like in real life? Allah does not describe them through titles, appearances, or how they present themselves in front of others, but instead reveals something far deeper: their inner character, their discipline, the way they deal with people when it's hardest to do so. He begins the verse by saying, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ, those who spend in ease and in hardship. And while this includes giving the wealth, yes, but it also extends to something else, which is even more difficult: emotional spending. Because sometimes we are not being tested with money, but with our state of our heart, choosing to still show kindness when we feel empty, choosing to still smile even when we are struggling inside, choosing not to pass our pain into others even when ourselves we are hurting. And this is a form of giving that people do not see, a form of generosity that is not counted in currency but is deeply seen by Allah. And honestly, this is where many of us are still trying. Even I am still falling in this, learning how not to let my hurt turn into harshness, learning how not to let my struggles become someone else's burden, learning how to give emotionally even when I feel like I have nothing left. And that is what makes this ayah so real. It is not describing perfect people, it is describing people who are trying. Then Allah moves from what they give to what they hold back. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ, those who restrain their anger. And the word used here is incredibly precise, because it does not mean that anger never exists, but rather that when it rises, when it fills the chest and reaches the tongue, they choose to contain it, to hold in it, not to let it spill into words or actions that they will regret later. Because anyone can be calm when nothing triggers them, but the real test of the heart is when it happens in the exact moment when we are hurt, when we are provoked, when we feel justified in reacting. And then the ayah goes even further: وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ, and those who pardon people, forgive people. And this is not just about controlling anger, but rising above it, because holding anger inside is one level, but releasing it completely, forgiving someone who hurt us, letting go of what we could rightfully hold against them, that is a higher form of strength, is what I believe. It is the kind of strength that is quietly unseen and deeply sincere. And then Allah ends the ayah with something that changes everything. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin. And Allah loves those who excel in goodness. Not just those who do good occasionally, but those who strive for ihsan, excellence, beauty in action, sincerity that goes beyond obligation. Because ihsan is when we give even when it's hard, when we control ourselves even when we are overwhelmed, and when we forgive even when our heart is still healing. And this ayah brings the entire journey back to something very personal. It is easy to worship in the moments of calm. It is easy to appear composed when life is smooth. But who are we when we are tested through patience? When we are tested through people? When someone speaks harshly? When someone disappoints us? When someone hurts us in a way we could not expect? That is where this ayah lives. Not in perfect moment, but in real ones. Because the people Allah describes here are not perfect people. They are the people who struggle internally but choose what pleases Allah externally. They feel the anger, but they do not let it control them. They feel hurt, but do not let it harden them. They have reasons to hold on, but they choose to let go. And that is what makes them worthy of something very rare, the love of Allah. Not just His reward, not just His forgiveness, but His love. Subhanallah. Ya Allah, make us among those who give in ease and in hardship, not just through wealth, but through our character, our patience, and our ability to show kindness even when we are struggling inside. Grant us control over our anger and soften our hearts so that we are able to forgive even when it's difficult. Make us people of ihsan, people whose actions are sincere, whose character is beautiful, and whose hearts are connected to you in every situation. And include us among those whom you love. Ameen. So that's all for today. See you with the reflection of the following verse tomorrow, inshallah. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Fi amanillah.